So let's first talk about micro learning. Um, so when we started talking about how we were going to do this, we were saying, look, we know long form content is the way things used to be. We've all done them. I just brought on a new chief revenue officer, and he called me and he said, Josh, I've spent the last 3 watching this training I've got to do. I can't get, if you try to go to another tab, it stops. I can't do it. I can't even multitask while I'm doing it. And so we talked about the importance of micro learning. And so I want to lead off on this one, which is this: micro learning is proven to increase engagement, retention, and overall good feelings towards something. Because what happens is, the way the brain works with dopamine is every time we accomplish something, we send that little signal that says, way to go, good job, way to go, keep going, keep going. And in today's world, there's not a lot of way to goes. We don't get a lot of way to goes from our bosses, from our partners, from our spouses, from our friends. And so you actually, by launching micro learning, you can actually create validation, verification in people's hearts and minds. And they stay. The second thing it does is they're able to consume more because they have time to process. So it's one of those things like, why are quotes so powerful? You look back at your life and you go, I can remember more quotes and stories than I can studies. Why? But because it allows you to absorb the information. And so the second thing we're able to do is begin to absorb. And so what we did with ReadyMe is we said, hey, we're going to create micro learning so that people can feel like they're getting something from the organization, they're absorbing information. So talk to me a little bit about the importance of just allowing people to engage in a new modern learning format.
Absolutely. And I think what you said framed it so well. Micro learning is definitely the way of the future. These wonderful devices that we have now have changed the way we consume information, and it's changed the way we think. Because we're used to bite-sized, small information, news clips, articles. Yes, on Sunday, I mean, my family was watching football as we normally do, but my dad, he was cooking and he said, "Oh, just cut it on the red zone." And I said, "Well, what is the red zone?" The red zone is when you're in the red zone, which is the 20 yards, but before you get to the end zone, and it goes from game to game to game. That's exactly what micro learning is really all about. You're taking this bite-sized learning, and what happens is you're able to retain more. So it's proven. I mean, studies show that your retention level goes up when you have these micro learning bites, because it's just taking your elephant and biting it one bite at a time. And so I love the fact that ReadyMe has taken micro learning to another level, because it's self-paced. Most people, we know it's going to take you time to get through the modules, get through this introspective learning, but you do it on your own and take it bite size. And the powerful thing that we have with the Juno platform is that you can start and stop and it knows exactly where you are. So I love that. I love the fact that we have this platform that makes it so easy to develop and have that micro learning. So I would definitely think that this is the way everyone needs to be, and every learning opportunity needs to be in today's technology.
I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate your red zone analogy. my boys and I live on red zone, and it really, what the other funny thing is, they, just to go with this analogy and to think about it this way, when we would watch football games together, they would be in and out of the room. They'd come in and then they kind of get bored because it's, it's 35, 37 seconds between each play. And then they'd get bored and they'd go walk around, and with red zone, they don't leave.
Right.
Because they're constantly being engaged. And to your point, everything in our society, everyone else has learned this. We've got to deploy the same concept as we get in there. And so I could not have said it better. That was an incredible analogy. And so fantastic.